Hello, awesome people. Welcome back to Unmanglish, your premier Manglish channel. I am Iski Sena, the actor slash racer slash Iski the cheapo gamer who is a cheap gamer slash Mr. Is your teacher in Unmanglish here. And overall awesome person, I hope. Welcome back to Unmanglish, as I said, and yeah, here in Malaysia, the secondary babies have finally came in. The primary babies just came in a month ago, and I've been teaching my drama kids face to face in the school, and my secondary kids finally came back after the PT1 progress test one tests and also the holidays, which came after the progress test one. That's great. Now, I'm announcing new content for Unmanglish. I promise I'm gonna have a schedule and everything because I need a schedule because I am going to start my master's education, master's education in education. Yeah, but it's gonna be busy, so I'm gonna have to have like really well thought out calendars, and you know what, like a few minutes of unmanglish here and there might actually make my day less stressful. It wouldn't be in the studio setup. I will try to use the studio setup as much as possible, but if I can't, I can't. All right. So yeah. So that being said, after the exams, there was just like so much new material because I've literally gone through um, exam papers which had like boatloads of Manglish in it. Some intentional, some not intentional, even from my best students. So yeah, there's like a treasure trove of stuff that I can use. So whoop de doo for there. And now, some of the parents who come to our school, they hear this buzzword, right? Um, what is the flipped classroom? What is blended learning? So, although it's not my responsibility to inform you, it does make good content, and I decided to give you guys a demo of what this is. Okay, so let's go. All right. So first off, what is the flipped classroom? Okay, so the flipped classroom kind of reverses the traditional teaching role where lessons are first taught and then you assign homework. All right. Instead, what I do is I post up a video. Um, for me, for this first lesson, it was a video off YouTube about for the Form 1s, the letter writing, so formal versus informal writing, okay, letter writing. And for the Form 2, I gave a video about report writing. So the lesson was actually for essay. Okay, so yeah, I basically did that. All right, posted up the video in their Google Classroom, so they actually still use Google Classroom even though we've, come back to school. And then from that video, okay, have them watch it at home as homework. So like seriously, what would you prefer to do? Like watch a 10-minute video as homework, and of course take notes if you can't remember, if you're not a genius, or sit down with a book and like slog on with whatever it is that you need to do for homework. Like I know what I would prefer. Okay, so I did that. Okay, and then and then okay, I basically went um, to the class, asked everybody, were you prepared? And then if they're not, then I just try my best to elicit like what you know about it, what you know. And so, surprisingly, like with the letter one, as you can see in the video later, with the letter one, they actually, just came up with stuff that as much as they know, and it's great. So this kind of approach is more of the blended learning model, okay, where the students help each other. Okay, so the stronger students share information with the weaker students and vice versa, and I'm just there like, being the Jedi Master, kind of like guiding everybody instead of being in front of the class, like talking, teaching, and I don't know if they actually understand or not. Like, because we're Malaysians, and part of Manglish is that you shut up for most of the time. So with this, it's more interactive. So everybody shares just a little bit of what they know, and that's enough. So if they share a little bit of what they know, then it makes the experience richer. Okay. So after that, after we share what we know, okay, with the classroom, okay, this is for my form ones, yeah. So it went from being a flipped classroom purely to a blended learning classroom. Okay. So I had to adapt as well, because not many of the class actually watched the video. So after I did that, okay, I was like, all right, great. So now that we know what you know, let me fill in the gaps. So I just came in, I filled in the gaps. All right. So I had them like write down stuff on the board, and then I filled in the gaps. So I was like, okay, so you got this right, okay, but this one, you made a little bit of mistake there. So like, this is what you have to fix here, there. So in the end, they actually got notes from each other and from me as well. And I didn't have to, do the Dora the Explorer thing where I just look at the camera or the people and ask, "Do you understand? What are the features of a letter?" Great. Okay. So in that sense, we have a richer, more fun, more interactive classroom. And then I use the Wheel of Names, which is a website where you have like a wheel and you can just input whatever data you want. So with that, I input um, topics, and like when we spin that topic, all right, we will land on something that they have to write about. In this case, they landed, or both my classes landed on informal letters, just luck, all right. And from there, okay, we actually, out of a 1 hour lesson, we had 30 minutes to spare. With the other class, it wasn't 30 minutes, it was more like 20, but it was still enough. So we had 30 minutes to spare. We had the discussion, we did the pre-teaching at home, and then what I did was, like, all right guys, you know the format, okay. I filled in the gaps in your knowledge, so now write and I will guide. And that became so much more zen. So I didn't have to load them up with a full essay for their homework. Some of them actually completed their essays in class, and I gave them a pretty long deadline because it was their first essay, a weekend deadline. So over the weekend, they can do whatever, and then they hand it in on Monday. So it works. I wasn't stressed. I don't think they were stressed. Um, and then I can play around with that format, and basically give them a richer experience that I didn't get in um, my years of school. TBT, truth be told, I had both the international school experience when I was a kid in Brunei, and the government school experience both when I was a kid in Brunei and also um, in Malaysia. Um, I can see where each has its own strength. And for me, I do feel that newer learning techniques are needed for the 21st century and beyond. Okay? Um, so for me, this really works, and I hope students can cooperate in just like, dude, just watch the video. And also, I hope that parents could understand that this is something new that is effective, has been proven effective, and also that our Malaysian government will understand the need for more tech-based education.
1 hour later.
So, yeah, I seriously hope that this would be like a jump start. This coronavirus thing would have the silver lining where we realize the need for technology. So, yeah, sorry for rambling. I might have to cut this out a lot and like intermesh stuff. But here is a demo video of what a blended learning slash flipped classroom looks like. Let's go.